Well, the Nigeria Navy ship Unity is on a diplomatic and training mission alongside some neighboring countries' vessel. The Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Ikodaba, said this in Lagos, where he commissioned a newly built officers' mess at the NNS Beecroft. The naval boss also said the force will continue to provide support towards the rescue of the kidnapped students of the Nigerian Turkish International School, Isheri, Ogun State.
The incident that happened is rather unfortunate. While the armed forces and the Navy in particular have always been very handy to support and enforce whatever options that are available, the Navy has in the past aided in arresting and containing the menace of kidnappers. And I want to believe that the commanders that are in these areas that you are talking about are in touch with the various commissioners of police, and all efforts are being made to ensure that we recover the kidnapped children as well as personnel. Of course, it's our responsibility and we will not shy away from it.
The Kaduna State government and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation have been reviewing the performance of their partnership in primary healthcare delivery as well as polio eradication in the state. The partnership on health and governance was forged to advance the implementation and transformation of the primary healthcare system in the state, to also strengthen ongoing efforts in polio eradication, routine immunization, family planning as well as maternal and child health services. The Vice President of the Foundation, Mrs. Melinda Gates, is in Kaduna State, where she has met with Governor Nasir El-Rufai and pledged her organization's commitment to the eradication of polio and other child killer diseases in Africa.
It has been agreed that the problems of maternal and child mortality are better solved with standard healthcare facilities. And in 2016, the Northern State Governors and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation came together to chart a common cause. As one of the major donors in the primary healthcare sector, Mrs. Gates is back here in Kaduna to review the performance of the partnership, especially in polio vaccination and immunization.
Feel very optimistic that 2017 will be a year that we see no more polio in Nigeria, which then means no more polio in Africa.
She also pledges to assist the poor in the state to embrace agriculture.
I was glad we got a chance to talk a bit about agriculture and financial services for the poor. I think you'll see more investments from the foundation coming over time.
The State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Paul Dogo, says the state government is positive about the partnership.
They are also looking at expanding the cooperation between, or the partnership between the Bill Melinda Gates and Kaduna State into agriculture, because, of course, you know, agriculture has a direct impact on the health of the people.
The Chinese ambassador to Nigeria, Mr. Zhu Pingjian, is also here in the state. It brings words to this country's interest to invest in the areas of manufacturing and agriculture.
We have a firm foundation for cooperation. With further cooperation, we believe you can revive your industries with international partners, and I believe China is one of your dependable and strategic partners.
Kaduna, just like other states in Nigeria, is faced with the challenges of lack of adequate healthcare facilities, coupled with high rates of maternal and child deaths, and this partnership is expected to rewrite that history.
Well, we brought to you this story about 145 children who have been rescued some days ago. Well, the suspects have been charged to court, but this story is coming also from Jos, where the police command in Plateau State have intercepted another group of children being trafficked to the southeastern parts of Nigeria. In Jos, the public relations officer of the command told Channels Television that the suspect, a female, was apprehended at the Gadabiu Motor Park while boarding a vehicle to Anambra State with 16 children.
According to the International Labour Organization, about 1.2 million children are trafficked every year. This startling statistics appears not to be lost on the men of the Nigerian police force in Jos, the Plateau State capital, north central Nigeria, as they nabbed yet another syndicate specialized in trafficking children. A spokesman of the command gives an account of the latest arrest.
In the evening, our operatives intercepted a woman who is in the business of taking children from the north to the east. Specifically, she's from Toro. She took alongside her 16 children aged between 10 to 13 years.
The suspect, 27-year-old Rifiat Bello, denies any wrongdoing, insisting she was returning the children for the continuation of the primary school education in Onitsha.
Yeah, I want to take them from Onitsha. They are school there. Primary school. How many children? 13 children.
How long have you been doing this?
No, not that first one where they do. I then reached that 2 years.
But this alibi doesn't seem convincing enough to the police.
With our own interrogation with an interview with the children, that the conductors, 2 from each of the trucks, were using horsewhip on them, that they were chopped in the vehicle, and whenever one complains, the horsewhip will be used on him. But we are taking these drastic measures so that it will serve as deterrent to those who are intending to do something similar to this.
The fight against child trafficking is an enormous one, and there must be a collective resolve to tackle the menace.